Hey, everybody. What'd it do?
It's best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you there, Darian?
Yes.
Okay, great. Are we ready to roll?
Well,
Sure.
I've spent all day yelling at people who ignored the fact that I had to yell at them. So, yeah,
What happened?
nothing I can talk about due to confidentiality.
Bummer, dude.
Yeah. Legal things.
All I can say is, don't break the law and don't admit it to multiple people when you do.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Usually people who break the law aren't the smartest types of people.
It's depressing when it's someone who has like 8 degrees.
What the
Breaking a law.
fuck?
How do you... I mean, to be fair, another counterpoint is that C's get degrees.
True. And specialized knowledge does not mean general knowledge.
Don't gotta be a straight A student to get that degree.
I passed the bar by like
Whatever.
5 points, so yeah, you're absolutely right.
Hey man, but look at you, you're a lawyer still, just as much as those Harvard grads who wear all those real expensive suits and look like a bunch of prudes.
They're all assholes. So many people, like from the
Exactly.
Ivy Leagues. They're adorable, though. I've seen a few of them cry in court. It's like had to consult.
Really?
A lot of people who go to very, very high-ranking law schools never practice for court, so they can't actually handle the stress because they're not taught how to.
Right.
So I've seen probably 5 like top-tier Ivy League attorneys crying in court for very
Hey.
easy cases that they were winning.
Fuck them, right?
Yeah.
I would never
I
be
mean,
a lawyer.
you know,
I can't stand confrontation.
I don't think I could be a lawyer for the fact that I might have to defend someone who I'm a very like gut intuition type of thing, and like if I'm like, this guy totally murdered those girls, and I'm like,
Oh, we've had
I
some
gotta
dark cases.
defend him.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, that's
Oh,
a
that
lot
sucks.
of years of schooling wasted because I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, yeah, I have a buddy who that's pretty much all he does, and
Oh,
you know, he's gonna pay for a therapist's kids to go to college, like all the way through.
Oh, God.
how,
So anyway, games.
Games. Games.
how on earth do you like introduce yourself to people like, oh yeah, I'm a lawyer who specializes in defending murderers?
Pretty much like that. Usually it's over drinks, so then you just get to get drunker and pretend that it was never said.
I wouldn't get drunk around that guy.
But then you have a defense if you murder someone while drunk.
Or he's gonna defend the guy who murdered me.
Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I hate looking through the chat and just trying to see horsetail. Got it. It's a furry lounge. Furry. Fuck. Oh great, a remote vibrator for the robot. And then coneheads? Which
D&D
was said in reference to what? I was there. What happened?
Boneheads was in reference to however this robot might have sex.
Oh. Okay. We're not fucking the robot, by the way. I don't know if I made that very clear.
You-
No sex allowed for Bastion.
What if he meets a nice robot girl?
He said no sex in the champagne room.
He doesn't have a gender. He's a mental construct. He just likes
You just
he, him.
called him a he.
Yeah, because he likes he, him. But he doesn't have a gender. There's no fucking dimorphic sexual characteristics for a unique robotic construct. What do you mean yet? There's no Bastion 2.0.
Evolution.
I mean, as far as I know, I don't know what the fuck Bailey's cooking up for Bastion backstory. I wiped my hands free of all of that. I said, my robot doesn't remember anything. That's all on you.
He is a confused robot. He is just here to be a good boy.
He woke up, he said, ah, fuck, I gotta protect these people. And that's it. That was just, he woke up, he's like, alright, guess you're doing this shit. And that was it. That's all. That's what I wrote.
That just sounds like me waking up the day after I started college. Oh, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I'm here, I'm awake, and I heard gunshots outside. Let's do it.
I just imagined that whole, like, indignant speech coming from your avatar. Jeez.
I like to imagine this is Rune speaking for Bastion.
Yeah. Listen, my boss doesn't fuck, okay?
Bastion is just like not saying anything. Rune is all of the emotion in that friendship.
I just can't wait for you to meet Dennis, and then you just see Jasmine smoking a tiny cigarette.
Yeah,
No,
well,
no.
he does, and he doesn't stop. Oh my god, he got his dick wet at 16 and he hasn't stopped. You ever see what a necromancer can raise? He can raise a lot more than that.
Oh, Jesus
Why
Christ.
do I feel like I'm listening to like a character from like a '60s cartoon by Disney?
Yes.
The original Mickey Mouse?
I'm listening to a small woodland creature tell me about the dangers of smoking.
I
Okay.
think that's Jasmine, right? Like that.
No, first of all, it was Kit's, like, Pixie who smoked. I don't even fucking
Fuck
remember
Pixies.
what her name was.
True. I mean, I don't think you should. You'll probably kill them, bud.
Well, that's actually how we met Jasmine. Was someone was trying to embiggen her.
I
To,
hate that.
They locked her in a chest because they were obsessed
That's
with fairies. And
Yeah.
when the characters were murdering folks in that house, it was the person who killed Leo's
murder is a
friend.
strong word to use.
Okay, seeking
Oh,
vengeance, and they set the fucking house on fire, and
Yeah,
it was
that's
by
gross.
the grace of God they even found Jasmine and didn't burn her alive.
Acceptable casualties.
Speaking of pixies, that just made me remember way back when I got horses. What was the deal with the pixie that was in the jar?
Wait, what?
Nope, I'm not explaining that joke that I made. I'm never explaining that joke
Hey,
again.
no things in jars, Matt. We know.
You're talking about cum jars, aren't you?
Listen, I made one pixie cum jar joke, and suddenly it's a thing.
No.
It was one time.
No.
So, Darian, for context, there's an old school green text where this
Which one was he
guy,
on?
a brony, has his My Little Pony figure in a jar that he just comes in constantly, and it's a little figure in a glass jar having cum baked on it because he put it on his radiator.
I forgot about that part.
Ew, that's gross.
Yeah,
What the fuck does that have to smell like? Ugh.
Dude, I don't even. I don't even want to imagine.
You ever overcook a pineapple pizza?
No.
Spaghetti with sausage.
Who the fuck is that, Darius?
No, that's my wife.
Oh, okay. What's up, Darius' wife?
Barry says hi.
sorry, this is the part of the conversation you get to hear.
Oh no, I've got my head.
Oh.
I've got my head set in.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not a
that would
good
have been
first
a
impression.
great conversation for her to walk in on.
Please no. Poor footmore.
She can handle it. She's a Marine. I promise you, she's heard worse.
Oh, tell her I said
That
happy
just
birthday
means you
then.
can kick my ass after having to explain it.
Yeah.
She's gonna go find you. Yeah.
That's happy birthday to the both of us. That's where I started. I'm playing soldier now.
God, why can't I find this pixie's name? I just didn't write it anywhere. Because
Yeah, I have
pixies
no
don't deserve
fucking idea what
remembrance.
it was.
Now that I got that whole story, was that what that was supposed to be when I was acquiring jars?
So that's now, yeah. If
So-
someone
Oh, no,
references
okay,
putting
so-
something small in a jar, they're making a cum jar reference.
Okay, so Darian, are you talking about the pixie that was in the jar of the Lawrence the Tiefling you stole potions from?
Yes.
He just had it as like a pet. Like he stole
okay.
it from somewhere.
Sure, of
Aren't
course.
they sentient?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
yeah.
so
that's
slave.
fucked up.
Oh, it is.
Damn, I hope we don't come across that guy again. Bastion's about to have some strong fists with that guy.
Does Ian know the story about Lawrence the Tiefling?
I
Is that
don't
the one who I
know.
was schmoozing with?
He's from the campaign on Friday, so you can only imagine.
Oh god.
Yeah, dog. Okay. So last time, you delivered the writ of amnesty to the prison, and then you walked south and you met some sword wraiths, and you had a nice friendly chat with them, and then we continued on. And then we talked about the fate of Donald Denham, and how much we don't like him, and we left off. You guys are about an hour from leaving the Dark Zone, and I would say that, unless you have anything cool to say before he wakes up, that'd be about the time that Donald Denham wakes up.
You know what, I would like to retroactively, would I have gotten the idea that carrying Donald Denham was like a sense of personal importance to Carolina?
Make an insight check?
All I want to say is, you know, we got to make sure that he doesn't breathe, because being like this with Donald Denham might be in his genes.
Wow.
You drive me fucking crazy.
One moment, gotta grab my character sheet from the, alright.
Again, this is
Insight.
probably the second most serious character I've ever played.
I know.
Think about that. Do you know the story of Folium? How Folium came to be?
He's a drugged up space elf, right?
No, that was Levid.
Oh.
Folium
17.
is the one who worshipped Santa.
Oh, you have told me about that. A
He
17.
indiscriminately murdered people if they were nice or naughty.
Wow.
You can tell that Caroline is like not cool with. Also, I misspoke. You're not an hour from the Dark Zone, and you're like a day. I'm sorry, but yeah, because the Dark Zone is like, I don't know, 100, 200 miles across. Anyway, yeah, Bastion, you would realize, I don't know if Caroline is like sulking or just like antsy about it, but you'd know that she really wants to be the person to be doing that.
Okay, yeah, then I think that before Bastion would have started, I think I would have just let Carolina do that. Still would have I would have passed Donald Denham is his name?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So-
I would have let Carolina do that.
You ever listen to the Adventure Zone?
No.
They have a character named Barry Blue Jeans that I ripped Donald Denham off on, and then I just changed his
what?
name. You don't remember that, Matt?
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, his name used to be Barry Blue Jeans. Okay. But now it's Donald Denham. And,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, Pale Talon is typing. I know something juicy's about to pop up on my screen.
Oh.
Like how
Man, you just
the
made
maw
me-
was not the suck, it was the hunger, bro, which I also stole from Taz. But anyway,
No proof of this. It was the suck gluck from when I remember
no,
the first vision.
no.
So we're talking about that good gawk. Is that what we're talking about?
What the
That's
fuck
why
is
Pale lost
that?
3 sanity.
Oh god.
I think the only conversation that I think Bastion would have wanted to had was with Pale. Now that we're not fighting for our lives and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bastion would have walked up. Query, Pale, do you know what you said when you referenced the maw is coming?
I didn't say anything. What do you mean?
Explanation. When you spoke those words, extra words were spoken. Commentary. It doesn't feel like you know that.
When did I say the maw is coming? I don't remember that.
It was in the courtyard after you
Oh
tried
no,
to
I
make like.
don't know that I say it.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
like, I am unaware. It just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fun of losing sanity.
Explanation. We were in the courtyard, and you looked at me before speaking, the maw is coming. And then you proceeded to vomit out black ink.
Oh. So, Bastion, fun fact. Those who are more connected to the celestial realm tend to sometimes have these horrible visions. Sometimes their gods can kind of over push them, sometimes not. And I've been seeing the vision of a great flash and this world and every world being swallowed and destroyed. The gods powerless to do anything against it, all of us falling inwards towards it. It's this great thing. The maw is coming. That one I meant to say, but the only thing who seems to know anything about it, well, there were two. Father Michael, who... Was he a tiefling or is he like a full demon now?
He was a full demon.
Full demon.
Well, he's an angel now, but he was a demon.
Bold word for Markulian. Who wrote this wild thing. Here's this book if you want to read it. I pull out this weird thing. What was it? It wasn't like bound in like skin or something?
No, it was just a really old book. Let me go find that and I'll email it to you,
no,
Ian.
You're not echoing, Darian. I found it.
Trying to read that thing, by the way, it's very interesting to try and read. I hand you the book if you want to read it. This is the prophecy of Demon Angel Mike. He's Johnny's dad, one of like three of his dads. And also Merkul knows, Merkul understands what the maw is, and he says that he doesn't lie. Yeah, sometimes I just say stuff and I don't know it. Yeah.
Commentary. Interesting.
You know, that's one way to put it, and I appreciate that you find it interesting.
Apology. My condolences for your condition.
Thank you, and hopefully I don't absolutely lose my mind and end up in some sort of horrible sanitarium like where they put Steve Puyo, because apparently that's a thing that happens sometimes if you really lose yourself. So anyway, how are you, Bashing? That was like a big fight. Are you doing all right, bud?
Statement. Yes, this unit is fine. Diagnostic. It suffered minor injuries during the fight. However, these have mostly been mended.
That's good to hear. All right, look on getting on.
Query. Pale. Do you know anything about the commander of Krakens?
Well, do you mean the goddess? All that? She and I aren't on solid terms.
Statement. What do you mean by this?
Well, so my foster sort of adopted dad, Folium, and my sister. So he's a water genasi, and my sister's human. She's also adopted, but adopted from a different. It's a weird dynamic. They are warlocks of Umberly. They're trying to get out of their pacts. So that's kind of why and I kind of motion to the various tier regalia. Like, that's kind of why all of this, I'm trying to kind of help them get out of that. And Umberly has kind of given me some hints of what to do. And then Merkul was offering to help get me out of the pact, and then Tyr and stuff. It's really just, I'm kind of doing this just to kind of help them out.
Request. I would like to speak about this more later. Is that acceptable?
Absolutely. It'd be fun. You know, we can catch up. I can talk about my past. You can make up your own past as you go, and then we can just pretend it was real.
Statement. This unit cannot lie.
We're going to get you into creative writing classes, though. It'll be great.
There's like a few clicks from Bash as I'm trying to process like what that meant.
I don't think Pale even knew what it meant.
Okay. Are you doing anything special as Donald Denham slowly blinks himself to life in your arms, Carolina?
Oh, before he goes into before he comes to, I'm definitely gonna pray to Vivian. Okay, Vivian, I don't really come to you for much. I'm pretty much a straightforward person. You know the direction that I'm wanting to go, but now I come to you for guidance. I've appointed myself as a personal security to this man, and I don't agree with everything that he's doing, but for what he's done for me, I feel that I owe my allegiance to him. But this group has become my friends. And reaching out of reacting from him making a mistake and hitting one of my friends, shooting one of my friends, just flat out being stupid, shooting in the dark, and he has no way to see. It was, I guess, a reaction out of passion to show him how stupid he was being, which led to other things. I know the group doesn't really like him and definitely doesn't agree with what he's doing. But the main mission everybody agrees on. I do not wish this man to die, but how do I make sure that that doesn't happen without turning my back on my friends?
Roll me a religion check. Probably with advantage.
Just murder and bring them back 23 times in a row.
No.
Your God doesn't get angry at you for that. It's fine.
I feel like that's circumventing the main point of.
They just leave horribly traumatized, covered in knife wounds.
20.
A dirty 20? Okay. Yeah, cool. So you were granted with a vision. You probably even, see the form of a phoenix, and it's exceptionally rare for gods to actually say words, because, once you become a god, you see all time as one flat circle, and you fucking are omniscient of all your followers and things that they're doing and things that are around them, and so, you don't really conceive of words in the same way, which is why most people just get pictures and images. But Vivian's still small enough to where she remembers being mortal. And so she kind of can speak still in a way you can understand plainly. And she says, "He fights for freedom, which I support. He's done good things. Not in my name, but very close to my principles. And in the name of freedom, I hate to leave you with less answers, the opposite of what you asked for, but it is truly up to you." And she kind of loses it for a second and shows you, like, there is certainly peaceful ways. Like, you see Donald Denham walking away, you see him back at the agricultural college when all this is over. He looks like, 4 years older with gray hair and everything. You see him, like, getting old and with someone else. You see him dead in a grave. You see all the, like, just 100 possibilities of things that could happen to Donald. And she says, his fate doesn't lie with you, it lies with himself. And you may take part in that. But I'm about freedom. Also, make me a wisdom saving throw.
And there it is.
Oof.
8.
All right. Make me a sanity saving throw. I believe you aren't missing any.
In
Not
the
yet.
Okay.
arms of the eldritch.
Oh, I am now.
Whoops. Fuck. Yeah, you're back to 19 sanity. Keep track of that.
17 crew. Woo!
Yeah, you are hit with the vision of the maw for the first time. Welcome to the club. You probably even fucking trip and drop Donald and land on him in the top of a rock or something, and you wake up sweaty, pale, nauseous beyond belief. You feel like you've sweat through every layer of your clothing, and you're just kind of panting on the ground, and everyone's like, whoa, what the fuck? You good, fam?
Super hungry.
Yep, and you're
wait.
very hungry, that's right.
Can I, do I kind of see what happened?
Yeah, you're all together, you could turn around.
Would I know, like, what she's seeing?
Make me, either medicine or religion check.
Religion, my medicine's mediocre, my religion is top tier.
Top tier, get the fuck out of here. It looks like she just tripped.
Could I have attempted to catch Carolina?
Not with Donald Denham.
Make me a...
Could I attempt to catch both of them?
Make me a deck save?
Oh, no.
What in the Dirty Dancing meets iRobot?
Oh, 11.
I'd say you don't catch them entirely, but you keep them from, like, slam dunking their heads onto the rocks. You know.
Brain damage is more fatal than just a scuffed knee.
Yeah, they get little scuffs, but they're not like, you know, watermelons on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Carolina, how you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling... I have no idea how I'm feeling. I'm feeling very emotional right now.
You all right there? You look like you had a little tumble.
Oh, that's the least of it.
You,
Pale,
yeah?
has Tyr ever actually spoke to you?
He showed me pictures a couple times, like a bloody hand, Steven on top of a pile of burning bodies, Ash next to him, horrifying end of times. Yeah, kind of.
But never actually any words?
No, Merkul would, but that was a whole weird thing. I think he was just kind of into me.
Okay, so you have had a god actually speak to you.
Oh yeah, no, like when I tried to directly murder Ash in front of Merkul, that was the whole thing. You know, Merkul used his words then. He wasn't very happy with me.
Yeah,
And he has
that's
hair now, right?
a pro gamer move. I'll teach the new word that Ian's friends taught me. That was fucking poggers, Pale. You tried to murder a god's highest follower next to the champion, his you know, cardinal
He wasn't
bishop.
the champion yet.
You tried to murder his cardinal bishop literally in front of him. Yeah, dog, God's not gonna let you do that.
He did send the Cardinal Bishop to come die later, and then I gave him hot chocolate. Hot apple juice. Starting a fire. He enjoyed the apple juice. But yeah, I've had a god kind of, you know, whisper sweet nothings into my ear, like stop trying to kill my arch cardinal in front of me. Why, you good? Vivian talking to you?
Yeah. And then I got some weird vision.
Now, when you say weird, I was gonna kind of look at her, look her up and down. Do you want a quick snack?
Yes, very much so. I was just about to ask, how'd you know?
So, I have 3 kinds of jellies. One of them is meat flavored. I have 4 jars.
Nope, you can keep that meat pudding in the jar.
Well, if you don't want liquids in jars, I do have this ham sandwich. Ignore the goo on it.
Oh, fuck you guys with the goo in the jars.
Is that the one out of the mimic?
Yes.
I don't want that either.
I also have like 5 good berries. You can just have some berries if you want.
One good berry would...
Do you want a meaty
no.
good berry?
No. You know what, Pale? I think I'm good. I might, you know what? I got
I
some
have some liver.
rations.
I have some liver. Do you want liver? I have dragon liver. It's good. You roast it.
Dragon liver.
That's been sitting in your fucking bag for like a month. Bro,
So
that is
it's practically
slime. That is slime, my guy.
So it'll fit in with the other food.
Oh, yeah, put that shit in a jar.
Everything goes in jars. Except for Jasmine.
Yeah.
I'm begging you, stop with the jars.
Blame Bailey for giving us meat jars.
But, by the way, I did that in ignorance, not knowing what you do with them.
It's food.
Okay. And while you're having this conversation, Henry kind of like backs up to y'all. He's like, somebody say Ma?
Yeah.
That sucks, dude. Don't have too many of those.
Thanks. Do you know anything about that son of the champion of Elmater?
Oh, no other than you go completely fucking insane. Last I heard, from a sending stone from August, when we were in Nigamesh, my dad is losing the ability to see faces. All he sees is black holes. So I'm super jazzed about that. Because
That's like
the only person he can understand is Ilmater, so he keeps fucking talking to him, so he's gonna lose everything.
He doesn't even have all around him familiar faces.
No, he still knows you're there, apparently, but not.
Well, you look at it this way, at least, Carolina, so,
And Henry looks embarrassed that he actually let the beans spill on that. He doesn't like showing emotion, and so he walks back up to Wade, who's like, where the fuck were you a second ago? And they talk about other stuff. Henry's like, I just had to, like, spurt out some depression, and then walk away.
I just emoted.
Yeah.
He's kind of made me second guess myself.
Carolina, we gotta get that kid in therapy.
He just let out a little bit of information about a position that I'm striving for.
Losing your mind?
Not trying to lose my mind, but I am trying to be the champion's right hand. The god's right hand.
I'm more so just trying to fight random gods at this point.
I can help you with that, but it's like, what does it mean to be a champion of God? Like, you've spoken to a champion. He's the son of a champion.
Yeah.
But I don't really know what it means.
Well, I think it means you just go out there and have fun, and you kill anyone who stands in your way. Unless you're Lorifear, in which case, Abal Lorifear, in which case you just cause problems. Where is How long has that empty horse been riding behind us?
I put my echo on it.
Okay.
Statement. For approximately an hour.
I was wondering why it was so peaceful. Well, it is what it is. It's gonna be really awkward when Leo pops back inside of your echo. But, good for y'all.
Well, to be fair, the echo will immediately disappear because that will cause damage. Wait, how big is Leo?
3 inches, I don't know.
Bruh. I don't know. I haven't ever asked Leo how big his dick is, mostly because he's my sister.
He's my sister.
It's 2021.
Hey, okay.
I'm actually tearing up. Oh my god.
Tearing up. Get the fuck out of here!
The world's just so beautiful sometimes.
Do y'all have anything
He's like
else?
5'9", 5'10". He's like a normal human. So, well, he's a half elf, so he's probably taller.
Yeah.
Right? He's like 6'3". Manlet by elf standards.
Do y'all say anything else cool?
I guess Barry Blue Jean's gonna be Barry Blue Bald.
Oh my god.
So no, nothing cool, no.
Bastion, thank you for allowing me to carry Donald Denham.
Amendment. It is no problem. I understand this was important to you. Extrapolation. I apologize for my earlier behavior. It is difficult to override the directive.
Understandable. Kind of going through the same thing.
Bastion gives like a oddly understanding nod.
Okay. Donald Denham, I suppose from the fall, you know, when you fall when you're asleep and you like, he wakes up.
Technically, you die.
Whatever. And a couple minutes later, you know, after Henry learns that you had a vision and Donald Denham wakes up and he still has like one fucking hit point, he's like, let's all take a break. And, or let's all take a break. You guys are sitting down and Henry kind of like pulls his guards and Wade and Donald together and they have like a terse conversation, but you can like hear the half giants because they're like deep ass voices carry a little bit. And you can kind of like...
I would like to read their lips.
You can! I forgot about that. Yeah, you would overhear them, Caroline. They are talking about having the Thunderscreamian guards go ahead with Donald, and then Henry and Wade and you guys traveling by yourselves, and Henry's going to disguise himself to look like an adventurer, to blend in more, and they're just not going to, like, meet the... Because they had plans to meet with their agents or revolutionaries or local governments like they had, but Henry's just gonna like write them letters to be like, yo, sorry, security risk, couldn't drop by, my bad. And his guards are like super fucking against this. I'm like, bro, if you die, like no, dude, like that's our mission in life is to keep you alive, motherfucker. And
if you die in the dark zone, you die in real life.
Oh my god. And
game over, man, game over.
And Wade is like, while the party seems like capable, I am also uncomfortable with this, but eventually Henry talks them into it. Like, you know, it'll probably be safer to not be with Thunderscreamian guards in the first place, and they have, like, it takes like 30 minutes for them to come to a reluctant conclusion. And then Henry comes over, like, as he's taking, like, the Thunderscreamian crest off the belt that holds his cloak on, he's like, hey, Donald is gonna, like, go ahead of us, mainly so he doesn't meet an untimely demise. He'll die later, it's fine. Anyway, whatever. Sorry, Carolina. Me and Wade are just gonna chill with you, and I'm gonna pretend not to be me. I don't know, does that sound cool with y'all?
But you should always be yourself.
Thank you, Pale.
Did you want to borrow Leo's hat of disguise?
It's still on, Leo.
I know.
Okay. It's like, no, I'm gonna trade out, like, my breastplate, which is made of mithril, with another one that one of the guards has. And then, you know, take all my Thunderscream shit off, except for my wedding bracer, because I feel dirty taking it off, so... Whatever.
That's adorable.
Shut up.
Fair enough, you're liege.
Don't, no. Henry or Sir, please. For the love of God, Pale.
I will go hand Donald Denham back his sniper rifle.
Oh. Thanks, Carolina. It was good. Good hanging out. I'll see you in Golgari, I guess.
Yes, you will. Now, be more careful with this next time.
He looks like you kind of slapped him again, and he's like, yeah.
I'm gonna sending him and just say 3 days.
Ah!
3 days.
What?
just for giggles.
Why are you screaming?
He's looking directly at Pale. What the fuck do you mean?
What?
He just glares at you. Make a deception check.
Please get a 1. This is one of those few times where I really want to get a 1. Man.
Okay.
That's an 11.
Donald's insight is a +2, so that's gonna be a hot 11. Shit. He's let's call it a draw. He just squints at you, and
Blow a kiss.
Okay. He does not reciprocate.
Sorry for slapping you, but you did something stupid.
Yeah. I'll make it up to y'all. How about that? Nice meeting you, Bastion. See?
Bastion's just gonna wave.
Okay. And then he's...
3 days.
Yeah, he's... The Giants are gonna take another... I mean, the Giants and the half-orc guards, and there's a couple of humans too, but whatever. They're gonna, rest another couple, 10, 20 minutes, feed their horses or whatever, and then they're gonna continue on ahead of you. And then Henry, Wade, and you guys chill for another 10 minutes, getting Henry's armor strapped on, or whatever. And him, Wade helps him with a disguise kit to, do contour on his makeup, make him not look so deathly fucking pale. Pale.
What?
Yeah, I know.
I'll assist.
Okay, yeah. With all three of you being part rogue, at least, you are able to do it.
Being none of that, I offer we can try and add some meat jello on the face for the. I'm here to help if you need. I have teeth. I have a bunch of teeth that'll help.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah.
But eventually, you guys continue on your horses with. You still know it's Henry, and he's wearing black scale mail, but he doesn't look like royalty anymore. He takes off his ring and all that. And you keep going, and Pale, you may recognize that, you're probably still a days out, or more. It's night time, but it's still constant darkness. But you may realize that you're taking shelter in the exact same collapsed ruins where you fought the Oni in, episode 3.
Suddenly, I want to feed things to Leo. And I don't know why.
But unfortunately, he's not here.
Is this... I recognize this. I think it's called the Dyatlov Pass.
Dyatlov Pass. Oh, get the fuck out of here. I actually know what that is.
I think our group should have a name. I think we should all be called the Donner Party.
The Donner...
For the uninitiated, we killed a giant.
Bastion is made of metal.
We'll find a way. We fought a giant, and I saved some of its meat and fed it to Leo, because I didn't realize that was still pretty much a person. I was like, oh, it's a monster. I didn't realize that I was essentially giving Leo human jerky. So that was the thing early on.
So
yeah.
the craziness was early set.
Yes.
Well,
Like
it's a different craziness.
Like a year ago, we're talking. Yeah, and you guys, all four of you roll on a perception check. One of you will notice up ahead that there is a small group of people already camped at this place. They don't exactly have a fire, but it looks like humanoids wearing armor. Maybe you with dark vision could see ahead, and you can hear one of their horses whinny.
So because my dark vision is color dependent, I can only see it in shades of red. Would I be able to tell anything discerning about them with a color issue? Because I can only see in a single color in dark vision.
Not from the distance your dark vision would allow. You'd have to get closer. You can hear them talking because the dark zone's really fucking quiet. But
does it sound like common? Or...
Yeah, it's common. Common and elvish mostly.
Ew. Hey, do you guys? I'm gonna go up there because I can take a beating. Y'all hang back for a second. I'm gonna go see if they seem chill, or at least not murdery. Okay.
Oh wait, it's oh, cover your six or whatever. I'm sneaky. Or that's not his voice. That's King Henry's voice. I'll come up.
Cover your six.
That's not Wade's. No.
Oh, sneaky weak.
Wade just sounds like a man with anxiety. Wade says, "I'll cover your six, because I'm sneaky." And then he's gonna follow you to the ruins. Make me a perception check.
It's always fun when 90% of the time Wade talks about, yeah, okay.
No, he mostly yells at y'all when you do stupid shit.
Pale's never done anything stupid.
Uh-huh.
That's a 15.
Okay. Also roll stealth. Forgot about that.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
I don't think Pale is trying to be stealthy.
Cleric. Oh yeah,
So
are you just rolling up or
that's-
you sneaking?
I'm just rolling up.
Oh, okay, never mind. Now...
Wade's being sneaky.
Yeah.
Now make me a history or religion check.
Oh no. That's a 14.
A 14. Yeah, you recognize that these people must be like missionaries or paladins or clerics of the god of Istis, who's the god of fate and destiny. You see a male dwarf, a female halfling, a male forest gnome, and a super fucking old elvish lady. Like, she looks like... She looks fucking ancient as an elf, so you know this bitch is old. And then there's also...
You don't really see old elves.
Yeah. And then there's
So she must be old.
a male half-elf with them.
I'm just gonna roll up and say in Celestial, well, guess fate would have it that I bump into all of you.
They all draw weapons except for the old lady, and they see you and see the tear garments, and they go, "Are you traveling alone in the fucking dark zone?"
You know, you'd think so. I'm actually kind of the torch.
I can
Hey,
see
guys. Microaggression. Hey, they're cool. They're religious and not death cultists. Kind of wave everyone over.
that. Henry's gonna go, "I think the death cultists are religious too, but whatever." And
You said I can't be friends with them. No, I'm not saying that.
they come in, and the other people here accept, like, "Oh, fellow adventurers, no worries. You know, more people at the camp, the safer we are anyway." Yeah, they kind of introduce themselves. The male dwarf's name's Rav, the halfling's named Lynn, forest gnome's Caxler, and the old-ass lady, her name is Mother Elowin, and Asher is her, like, great nephew. And Henry introduces himself. He says, "Yeah, my name's Jericho." And they're like, "Okay."
He builds great walls. Very handy.
He'll whisper to you, "Jericho was also my dad's name when he got, like, kidnapped and pretended to be an adventurer so he could blend in and not be caught by apocalypse-causing wizards who wanted to use the Ethereum shard for evil. It's a whole fucking thing." It's the first name
I'm
I
friends
thought.
with the Apocalypse Wizard. I get along with those types.
Well, they're fucking dead, so...
Oh.
Do
He
y'all...
built that wall up and he broke it down.
I mean, Thunderscram is technically in a bowl of mountains, which are kind of walls. But whatever.
Deep.
I mean, it is a crater. And we have
Oh my
mines.
god.
Yeah, it's really deep, Pale.
This is what it's like when I talk.
Do y'all do anything special at night? Do you commune with the Istis people? They offer you, they brought some bread or whatever, some middle shelf wine, and...
I mean, I'm just gonna
No.
try and talk to Mother Elowin later.
Okay. Any of the rest of y'all?
I'm just gonna start keeping watch.
Okay.
With my 10 feet that I can see.
Sick. As would have it, Pale, when everyone's kind of about to go to bed, Mother Elowin actually gets up and walks to your circle, carrying what looks like to be a stack of cards, and her companions sort of stop her, but she waves them off, and her great etc. nephew actually gets up to stop her, but she throws a card at him, which he catches, and he reluctantly hangs back. The old woman staggers up to King Henry before anyone else can say anything, and she croakingly consoles him, where her friends can't hear, but you guys can. Says, "You'll soon have many more things to concern yourself than what confessions you write in your journal. That I can assure you, King Henry Crithazar. Your destiny stretches longer than you could ever dream now, and no one will forget you for a very long time. Have faith and strength in the wise around you."
Things may not be as dark as they seem for long, not with you and the other around.
And Henry looks very unhappy to be... His cover is blown literally the second after he makes it. And he stiffly tells her, I don't believe in fairy tales or conspiracy, no matter how far or wide the tale stretches. And the old woman shrugs and she goes,
You believing does not matter. I really only meant to encourage you to believe in yourself.
and he squints and frowns but shrugs. And the old woman finally turns to you all and fans out what you can see is a set of tarot cards, and she non-verbally offers to give any of you a reading if you want one.
Query. What is this?
Fortune-telling, my dear construct friend. And I can't see your destiny, but...
And she looks between all of you.
The threads are strong with you all. How fated that we should meet here tonight.
Well, I have to assume that you're all on a just mission, or quite unjust, either way. As you said, fated.
No, we're just trying to convert some people. That kind of thing.
It's never just that. And I reach forward to grab a card, and I say, just grab one, or what?
Sure, grab 3.
I just pull one from the top, one from the middle, and one from the bottom.
Okay. Roll me 3 d20s. Just straight d20s.
Actually, one of them is questioning, the other 2 are straight.
Shut the fuck up.
See? The 9, it's a very confused 6.
Okay, so Pale, the cards you draw, the first one is the Hierophant, which it symbolizes tradition and conventional expectations, conformity even. Yes. Oh, I didn't even... Next is the Lovers, which are partnership, deep love, the strength of 2 people together. And finally, fated to you, is the card Judgment, which means clarity and a final decision, your wake-up call or life's purpose.
Do you even remember her name, Pale?
Erica, the half-orc. She's a teacher. She really likes small blue flowers specifically. Not like daffodils or anything that are blue, or tulips, but like small blue flowers that... The way her tusks shine in the moonlight.
Anybody else?
So when she said that she can't see my fate, does that mean that I can't draw cards?
No, you can draw cards.
Oh.
She just can't.
Yeah, I'll
like
draw
she
from
saw.
the first 3.
She fucking saw straight through King Henry, or so she wants you to believe. But you could draw cards. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll draw after Carolina.
Okay. Yeah, Carolina, roll 3 for me. Okay.
662.
We're a big fan of this Hierophant card.
That's not what it means.
You
don't fuck-
6 not.
You don't fucking know my.
Well,
Do you?
well, I'm assuming because the first card that Pale got was 6, this was associated with the Hierophant.
No, it's the total score. To see if you get how accurate your draw is compared to what the fates actually want to tell you.
Oh no.
Oh, really?
Okay, Carolina, you draw the 7 of Pentacles, which indicates patience and hard work and delayed success. It's waiting for something that, in the end, will be worth it. You also gain the Star, which means, renewal and inner clarity, being in the spotlight. And then finally the World, which means it's kind of like completing a mission and travel. It's the idea of completing something.
Okay.
And then, Bastion, you wanted to draw?
Yeah.
Roll
also,
3,
only part 3 stands. Come on now.
You're right. You're so right.
They got out of that and started naming them just weird shit.
For
What,
reference,
red hot flaming chili pepper? That's the tarot card?
Yeah, they started naming them after songs instead of actually cool things like
Yeah.
tarot cards.
For reference,
Seriously.
listeners, Matt wrote, "Damn, these all sound like JoJo stands," which I have no idea what the fuck that means, but maybe it'll give.
Zawarudo.
Oh, now I need to make a barbarian named Platinum.
it's
Star Platinum.
Monk of the Mystic Arms. Actually, I think that's what it's called.
Ooh.
Monk of the Astral. I think way gives you literally its stand.
Oh my god.
It's cool as fuck. Yeah.
Ask yourself, monk.
Bastion, you draw the Eight of Pentacles, which indicates, like, mastering your crafts or fully enjoying your employment. You're just doing what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Then you draw the Death card, which indicates big changes. Time moving on, rebirth, transformation. And also the Two of Swords, which indicates that at some point, doesn't really indicate when, but there will be a time to compromise or make a decision. And upon that, I would like all of you to... where to go? Shit. Hold on. Make a religion check. All three of you.
Ooh. Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Oof. Oof.
Why is the robot more in touch with God?
It comes with being non-human.
Oof.
Okay.
There's a deeper conversation about that there. you would have a humanistic debate? No, a morological debate with Bastion, dude.
Not yet, but that's a later discussion with him.
Okay. Mother Elwyn, picks up her cards and shuffles them and then stacks them into her hands a couple times and prays.
Thank you, Istus, for your blessed disclosure.
And then, Pale, you see the fucking maw! Congratulations!
Awkward.
Yeah. And let me text Bastion. Make me a sanity saving throw, Pale.
Do I realize what's happening to him?
Well, he collapses to the ground and kind of like shakes for a minute, and then says, "The maw is coming out loud, but you don't lose any sanity this time." And then let me text Bastion. Oh, I just kind of spoiled it. Oh, whatever.
Oh, the maw is coming. That.
I mean, to be fair, I did just explain that I heard something that no one else.
Oh, that's
did.
true. That's true. That's true.
Guys, I think this whole maw thing. It's not great. Hey, Carolina.
Yes.
I think the maw, in fact, potentially, may be arriving in a forthright manner.
Query: how long has this been going on?
What? Well, I think the first time I saw the maw was around after we killed Quentin, who was Leo's father's best friend who also loved him secretly and tried to kill Leo's mom and all that. I think it was around after that. So that was, what, like a year ago? Right, Carolina?
Don't try to understand. Did you ask me? I wasn't there.
Well, Leo... Son of a bitch. It was a while ago. After we had the pirate ship that we... God... This life is so weird.
You had a pirate ship?
For a
Why
little
couldn't I
bit.
come around then?
Well, to be fair, Leo's dad's secret gay lover who didn't actually love him was commandeering it, and then we killed him after he tried to kill Leo. It was a whole thing. After Leo wore my face for a bit.
Mother Elwyn looks down at you and goes, "Oh my! Whoops!
You didn't hear anything.
Hey,
No!
hey, Elowen,
Yes. No, my hearing is terrible. You're quite right, madam.
I have a question.
Sure.
Isthus sees fate and future and such, right?
Yep.
Have you had the Maw vision?
Oh, plenty of times.
So, does Isthus know of any way to stop it?
Not that she's told me, though I assume if it stops or starts or comes or goes, it's gonna be wrapped up in our fate and our destiny. All we can do is accept that, and, well, not accept it coming. You can, of course, change it or whatever, but it's already written. It's gonna happen or not. That's how shit goes.
Seems fatalistic there, Evelyn. Gonna be honest.
I don't know what fatalistic means.
Statement. That is the intent of their belief.
That's depressing.
Yeah, we just kind of, we got a bunch of oracles, and then we just kind of roll with the flow. I mean, when people try to, that's the reason why you can't, time travel. Is because we fucking keep that shit straight, son.
A respectful question. If you believe that all things follow the same path and eventually will go and end, how are you not just like one bad day away from becoming Merculians?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, McCurl wants it to end, however, we want it to end how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, I respect that. By the way, I
Yep.
pull out one of the, 3 steel gavels. I hand it to her. If you ever need to scry or get in contact with me, if you ever need help from a member of Tyr, just tell them that Cleric of Tyr, who was close with Gorvnal, gave this to you.
What's with them being attached to arrows?
Listen. Oh, no, the arrows, that's the symbols of Tyr. This is just a gavel.
Oh, okay.
Those, that's a secret for later.
All right, thanks. I'll keep that in mind. If we get arrested for proselytizing, I'll call you because we don't have a lawyer.
Well, don't get caught. That's really the first rule.
Well, it's not illegal. Just, we have a habit of bothering people.
Don't do that.
Oh, we'll try. But even if we do get arrested, shit's supposed to happen, I guess. YOLO! Yeet!
I kind of look at my hands as I'm looking at my hands as I cast Spare the Dying, just on my hands, just like, YOLO. YOLO.
YOLO indeed, my good son.
I'm just kind of zoning
Or
out, staring at my
tears, son.
hands.
Whatever.
What?
I'm just zoning out, staring at my hands, considering the fact that I can bring people back from the dead as a cantrip.
Are you good, Chief?
You confused him.
Oh, I do that a lot, sorry. Anyway, King Henry, you're gonna do fine. Don't worry about it. Whatever. I'll see y'all later. Don't you got any more questions for good old Mommy Elowen?
I would like if you kept what you just said under wraps, please.
Yeah, no worries. Confidentiality, fortune teller, whatever the fuck.
Well, wait, is it confidentiality or privilege? Because privilege can be waived by one party, confidentiality can be waived by either or both, depending on the terms of the contract there within.
I didn't hear you, son. I don't have my what are those called? Stones of loud speech in my ears.
YOLO.
YOLO indeed! And then...
And that was Matt's corner.
And then she, limps back over to her party, and she's back to her, majestic sage-like self after telling you guys YOLO a couple times.
Which, the TikTok of, the one girl saying, God and an angel, it's like, meteor.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing with the YOLO, YOLO. YOLO.
And Henry's like, man, this shit's spreading farther. I don't believe in this prophecy, first of all. I don't believe in any. I'm not gonna become a fucking god. And you can see him kind of 1,000-yard stare, I'm not. Abso-fucking-lutely not.
Insight,
Roll an insight check.
which has a plus of 0. Yep,
Get,
he's telling the truth.
what was that 20 from, Pale?
The sanity save.
Oh, okay.
So I'm still at the solid 17.
I mean, the other two you could roll insight checks as well if you're trying to.
I already didn't hear from Tyr, so I believe that he's fine.
Bastion doesn't really feel like King Henry's. No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would like to turn to Pale though. Or I guess just King Henry's sitting with us, right?
Yeah, him and Wade are next to you guys.
Yeah, I'd like to look to everyone. Query: did anyone else hear what Pale said?
No.
About the maw?
Or yeah, we heard that part. And Wade's like, yep, it's creepy every time.
Extrapolation. There's a hidden meaning in the maw is coming.
When did I even... The Maw's coming say that?
Statement. Just recently.
Huh.
Yeah. You
Diagnostic.
kinda zoned out.
There was a little bit of seizure. Explanation. When Pale said the maw is coming, his actual meaning of this was, while Mercure is my enemy, and therefore yours, whether his followers are also your enemy is up to you.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Commentary.
Mercul's the only one who knows what it is.
What was that, Bastion?
Commentary. What is the maw?
Only Mercul really seems to know, and he didn't tell me after he and I had our little breakup.
I'll look to the rest of the party.
Hey, Pale, have you shown Henry the prophecy? I think you have.
Oh,
And
I
he didn't
don't
like
think
it.
I did.
No?
I offered, and I think I mentioned it, and Wade kind of told me to shut up.
Okay.
I can just pull out the book. Yeah, I'm just going to pull out the book as Bastion, so I'm just going to quietly pull out the book and kind of look at Wade.
What the hell is that? Oh, shit, I know what that is. Fuck off.
I'm just going to slowly pass it to Bastion while still looking at Wade.
He looks annoyed, and Henry's like, what is that?
It's a book.
Do I know anything about the book?
No, it looks really fucking old, like 1,000 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It's possibly a hint at what the Maw is. It was written by a demon angel guy, the father kind of Johnny Puyo, the adopted son of Stephen Puyo. Tall, beautiful, caring, loving, intelligent. Okay, caring and loving. Champion of Mercul. It's rambling and makes no sense. It's great.
Henry says, you've had a prophecy about the Maw this whole time and you haven't told me? You know what my fucking dad's been consumed by for the last 10 years, haven't you?
Love for his son?
Madness! From the Maw, you bastard. You've had that the whole time and didn't think to tell me?
Well, considering last time I brought it out, I almost got killed by Johnny Puyo. No.
He's like,
I thought you didn't believe in it.
if I can save my father and have him take over when I die, maybe shit won't be so bad.
Was that optimism?
Shut up.
So
He's
proud
like,
of you.
he's gonna read over your shoulder if you don't mind, Bastion.
Yeah, sure. I'll kind of like gesture for him to sit next to me, and then I'll just start gently thumbing through it.
Hey Bailey, can you read it out loud right now?
Yeah, let me go get it, because you forgot what it says.
Oh no, I just want to see you trying to read it because it is so difficult to get through.
Yeah.
If you want to send it to me, I'll
Yeah,
read
There's
it.
an audio of it, right?
I gotta
think
go
you read
find it. Yeah, it's in like
You guys
episode
get a-
8 or something. Let me go find
You
it.
get a fantastic narration in Bastion's voice.
Oh, yeah.
And us.
Where the fuck would I have put that?
On YouTube.
No. I mean, in my notes.
I
I
might
must
have a
have-
copy of it that you emailed to
I
me.
probably put it somewhere. It's probably in the campaign guide. Oh boy.
Want me just to find it in my email and send it out?
Yeah, if you can. We'll see you find it first.
Well, now the game
The
is
race
afoot.
is on. The race is on.
I just wish I could spell. I wish I could read.
I came here to lead, not to lead.
That's such a great movie.
Pale, I think we need to change our icons.
To what?
I don't know. Bailey changed hers.
Well, that's for the game that I'm playing with.
Oh,
you.
I'm DMing that one.
Where is it? I know I have it here.
I just keep my default one.
Yeah, mine I think I'm gonna like Pit Crew.
Hey man, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, my picture is the same in both games, but just the name change.
I find my as I'm describing to the party how they're being mauled to death, I find that my profile picture is of little comfort.
Oh my god! So the
Found it!
campaign
Woo!
I'm son of a gun that I'm doing right now. They don't realize that they're actually about to be plane shifted backwards in time to the start of the campaign.
Bummer, dude.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they don't realize that yet. Because they thought, like, wow, we went through this really quickly, and they don't realize it. And I'm so excited because I started with a different picture, and I changed it, and I'm so excited to switch my picture again and wait for them to notice that, too.
Nice.
They're gonna be livid. It's been like 3 months that they finally got to the boss fight. And like, this boss fight's so easy. We already killed one of them. Like, that's because there's update shit coming.
That's because you're gonna have to do it again.
And then it explains why the NPC that guided them seems so bored with it, because he's done it already. Yeah.
That sounds a little familiar.
It's almost like you guys were the beta testers for it.
Wow.
Okay.
And I made it a lot better than last time.
So you all read a prophecy that was written by Elder Michael, not Father Michael.
Daddy Mike.
It was written back
Hated that.
all the way in 204 Third Era. So the prophecy is also written in Infernal, but I will translate for you. Black bubbles in the nothing, shiny like ink but with a milk skin. Getting in, it must chew to eat the outside and then all. They can get in, they can keep what they take even when it repeats. Will they eventually have it all? Will they create more? When there's no more time and it starts again? Or is there more time? Will they drain away, less and less, until they fight for one and then none? Where will more come from when they have it all? Will I be me when it starts again? Do they, too, start again? We cannot go between. They cannot go between. They are nowhere but they are everywhere, millions now, once one. We cannot go in between because there is nothing between, on top of each other, separated by nothing. We cannot get in. We cannot get out. There is one in which it ends. It ends in one way and one time. It will not do it in this one. The Black King jumped. The dog said to the raven it must be done, and he believed. The raven and the dog went to the Black King and said it must be done, and the Black King asked the broken god, but he did not answer. The thing that eats came before it was made, because it had always been made, and then did not let them see. The Black King came to the thread, and it was already done, already collapsing. No one could stop it. No one could see them, and even had they, none knew it would happen. They did not know because it had never been done. It knew because it had done it before, over and over again, but never because there was no one to know around it, so did it actually happen. The thing that eats told the Black King, whatever you think is right. He had free will. It was important to the thing that eats, because it was the Black King, and the Black King was the thing that eats. It did not want to be blamed for eating, though it would have anyway. When it had eaten, no one would know what had happened, so would it happen? How many times before? There are no numbers in between. There are no numbers now. There never were any. The green star had always been. The green star had been every time. It broke itself and made black bubbles in the nothing every time. It had made the white thread every time. The bubbles did not end. There was no wall. It was forever, but the walls were the way to see from the outside. They did not overlap. They did not separate. The same and then different, an eternity of them stretching from eternity. Even they could not see them from the outside, the ones on the outside unless they couldn't because it did not end and then was also always ending. But this time the green star had been wrong in some of the where. It ejected, something new was injected, and it all came from here, but where could that have possibly come? Some other black bubble that all ours are in? And all of them are even more? And that one is in another one as well? And it was right again, and that broke everything. But it was always supposed to, they just didn't know yet. The mother took the shard, and it was the Black King. The Black King ended it early, and the one green star became the thing that eats. Because it always does. It always eats and breaks itself, and then one day eats again. But this time it is angry, because it was too early. they are still awake. The thing that eats only likes the ender. The ender is supposed to be the only one awake, and the thing that eats and the ender wait and nothing, and all of them together, every one of them, all of them, until the ender forgets what he's supposed to do, and it is time to break again. The thing that eats is in the nothing, but it is the everything over and over again. But they are awake. They want to eat all of them early, because once it starts, it's not supposed to stop. The one that was injected and ejected is now in the nothing, because where else can he go? He's not from here. Even they don't know where, unless they do. Some of him was eaten early, unless they were there too. To stop the eating early, it must be broken. But there is nowhere to go. It will all be here or there. Once the black bubble is eaten, it cannot be uneaten. Once it is combined, it cannot be separated again, but the eating can be paused. They can stop eating and go to sleep first, and it will happen normally after. It can be broken when it comes to eat. If they are not asleep when they are eaten, they will keep eating and never break again. Nothing new will be made. Everything will be nothing forever. There is nothing new. Is there? If it is all remade again, just differently, infinite different ways and infinite times, repeating again, some of them maybe because of the probability, but never because no one remembers the time before. They didn't happen. There'll be nothing from the previous after because no one remembers it. It will end and begin recycled, but then new, because none of them have ever ended before except for the ones in the nothing who have seen and never seen all over again. What happens when they have taken them all? Have they begun again too, or is this still the first time? Is it even them, then, if there was a before? Can there be a first time if no one knows it has ended before? If it is only the first time for everyone, even though there has been a time before and they just don't know? Has this happened before, even though it has not happened yet? It can only be broken by the most powerful force in the everything. They already have it. They have been told what it is. They must find it again. It can only be used at the right time. I do not know what the time is, because there is no more time, and there never was. They only need to break it so they can stop the eating and wait to go to sleep before eating again.
So that part where it says the strongest thing can be, I think that's friendship. Because we already have that.
And you see Henry fucking shaking. And he says, I mean, the Black King, like, fucking has to be Dad, right?
I think that's murky too.
What is the current era?
It is the third era. What year is it? Let me go look.
Oh, the Broken King. Yeah, no, that's his dad. Black King, I think that's Murky Poo.
Currently, it is 1379. I'm sorry.
And this was written when?
It was written...
About
204
years ago?
Yeah, 204.
Yeah, so 1100 years back.
Okay.
Just
Henry's
keeps
like,
repeating
I mean,
itself.
Raven Queen, I guess. Who the fuck is a dog?
Well, I mean, the dog is probably, well, it's not any of the new gods like Vivian or Lorifere. It would be an old one. It's not Pelor or Isthmus or...
It's clearly Sergeant Greybark.
Oh my god, it's your furry.
No, he's not a furry. For the last fucking time, he's an Anuru, who happens to look very dog-like.
I think he's, at this point, kind of an old root.
Is it a dog that walks on two legs?
No, he walks on 4 legs.
That's a skinwalker.
He appears exactly like a German Shepherd would, except for he can talk, and he has a conscience, and he's actually very good at medicine.
So it's an awakened dog.
It's an Anuru.
And he's such a good boy.
I'm gonna tell him you said that. He's gonna bite your fucking throat.
No, he will. I am sorry, Henry.
Okay. I
I
accept.
think he's the coolest dog.
He's not a dog. His name is Sergeant Greybark.
He did allow me to pet him.
That is a sign of ultimate respect from him, honestly. Yeah, for sure.
But no, I mean, it's not Umberly, because that's the sea. It's not Pan, because he's a goat man. I don't think it's Tyr. Tyr's more about, like, hammers,
Yeah.
swords, arrows.
Okay, so the Raven
Justice.
Queen's the god of death.
Yeah. Merkul's
And
like
at some
the-
point, she rolled up to Dad and was like, "Hey, Chief, let's destroy the fucking universe." But why the fuck would Dad have done that?
I think
Well,
he's
it's-
the broken one.
Yeah, he's the Broken King. The Black King sounds like Merkul.
It's not a
The one
broken
who
king,
was-
it's a broken god. Which is
Broken God,
Elmater.
wow. Yeah.
Could I have this sent to me?
Yes.
The text?
Yes.
Carolina's not smart enough to understand it.
Pale isn't either, but he's trying his best because he's read it like 8 times. Matt's read it like 12.
I have a -1 intelligence.
I have... Oh god, I have a +2 and I'm still dumb. The problem of playing an intelligent character is a dumb person. Nah, the Dog King... Well... I could just pray and ask who the Dog King is.
I mean, if you fucking want to.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe we both could.
Yeah, do a little fist bump.
Could I attempt to find that?
Attempt to
Could I
find
attempt
one.
to? Could I attempt to understand any of that?
I'll be real with you, Chief. I'm gonna leave that up to Ian. It's not a Bastion thing. This is one of the few things that you can't make an intelligence check on. Gotta figure it the fuck out. Bummer, dude!
No, what I mean by that is, does any of this even remotely sound familiar?
Make me a religion check.
That was my religion check.
Okay.
What's mine? At God, when does the pain end?
Okay.
I mean,
With the 16 Bastion, it's... When you read this text, or the translation of it, rather, you get a sickening sense of deja vu. Especially on the... Because it always does, it always eats and breaks itself, and then one day eats again. You know that. That sounds correct.
Oh my god, he's from the past age. He's a previous robot.
And then, let me go on to... Yeah, Pale Talon, what do you pray?
Tyr, the Great, Lord of Justice, we're trying to get a start on... Oh god, Matt just had an idea. Oh shit.
Huh.
Back to this. We're trying to figure out who the dog god or god of dogs, who that may be in Elder Michael's prophecy. We're trying to make sure that it doesn't come to pass if I'm within that power. If we are, who or what would this god be, if you would know?
Alright, and with that natural one religion check, nothing happens.
Oh, thank god.
Absolutely fucking nothing happens. You just talk to yourself for a minute. And then Carolina with a 17, what do you say?
because I think I'm on a personal level with her now, since she talked to me. Say, Vivian, would you happen to know who the what was it, the Dog King or what? Who that is?
She sends you a quick flash of a pair of black wings on a humanoid.
Black wings on a humanoid.
Just a flash, black wings on a white background.
That could be anyone.
I think actually she shows it to you twice, indicating there are two different people.
Oh. Oh no. Bailey.
Uh-huh.
No. Oh.
What's Pale thinking?
Pale's thinking that Tyr doesn't know, or Tyr isn't sure.
Do you guys share the information you've just received with each other, or do you keep it to yourselves?
I'm going to share.
Pale is going to look more pink than red. Just like blood rushing out of his face.
So he's gonna pale
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes, he is. I'm so angry that I didn't think of that first.
Yeah, sorry, that's what that 20 int is for.
I hear that from Carolina. I'm going to get up, look over at King Henry, and just say, I need to go for a walk.
He looks at you dead in the eyes and says, I know only one guy who has black wings.
Yeah. Right now. And Pale's just gonna go for a walk away.
Okay. How about the rest of you two?
Query. Who has black wings?
Well, actually there's
Champ.
two. Well, my first thought is obviously Stephen Puyo.
Champion of my cool.
Yeah, he's
A precious baby boy.
also, there's Zadok. He's the champion of the Raven Queen. I only know him because he's also gone insane, as my father has, from visions of the Maw. They once met to see if they could understand each other.
What happened when they met?
Nothing. They just said the Maw is coming back and forth, and shook hands because it's a big deal when two champions meet. Then Zadok went back to Golgari.
How far are we from Golgari?
You're about... I was trying to calculate that before, and I realized I didn't put a size indicator. What the fuck was that?
Cats.
Oh. I'm like, who's doing this?
It scared me, dude.
I'm pretty sure that the squares are... I think they're 30 miles. So let me do a quick calculation because I just remembered the number 30. I was debating whether it was 25 or 70. So let me do some calculations. You are 240. Wouldn't it be a shame if those two numbers were switched? Anyway, you're 240 miles from Golgari. You're taking a boat. You're taking
a weed number.
You're taking a boat south that's going to get very fast from here.
Where did the doctor who y'all said might be able to I guess fix me live?
He lives in Thunderscram.
Which is
where we came from.
Oh, we came from Thunderscrim?
Yes.
You didn't meet up with us.
Let me move you to the map page.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get a hang of the geography of everything.
Yeah, Thunderscrim is here. You guys are like right here. And Golgari is down here.
And Thunderscrim is surrounded by mountains.
Yeah, up here.
Okay.
And you've traveled, you started out in Kiltgrath right here, and you went south down here, rode the river upstream here, and then went back to Nagamesh here, and then you met them, and you're going exactly the opposite way that you came.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to have walked through here. There is an old disused road here, but no one fucking travels on it anymore.
How old?
Like, when the Dark Zone appeared, so let's scroll back to D&D history. Pretty sure... At least 5, yeah. Let me see here.
You know, if I carry the 1 and I multiply it by 52, it's at least 3 weeks.
It's been at least a day.
If not 2. If not 2.
Oh my god. Okay. I want to say...
Maybe, if we're rounding up, maybe even 3. I'd like to have a fixed robot.
A fixed robot. That's what we already talked about your genitals, Bastion.
How is that?
Yeah, you mean my non-existent one? How is that what she said? Who is saying this?
Actually, wait. We had a fixed robot.
Oh,
yeah. The robot got fixed so you couldn't procreate with other robots.
No. Wow.
The Dark Zone happened year 3769 of the Second Era.
Nice.
So it happened a good...
I've seen the Memetic Agent 2.
It happened a good 1,379 years ago. Exactly.
10 too late.
So then... Would I know this is here?
Huh. Make me a history check. Somebody in Phandalin might have told you about it. Because it's really close to Kakav. Adventurers kind of like dare each other. Hey, let's use the old road. The 1,000-year-old road that fucking nobody uses. And that's why they're building a highway between Phandalin and Thunderscrum, which is where this whole fucking thing started in the first place, because Donald Denham wants it to go through Stone Garden to bring more traffic to his little towns down here, and then go through the mountains. But that's a long goddamn way. And Thunderscrum really doesn't care where the road goes, but Golgari does, because that's expensive, and everyone wants it to go through Phandalin, because they already fucking go to that town, and that's the straightest route. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Because otherwise, if you want to get from Stone Garden to Thunderscrum, you either have to walk through the Winter Wastes here, which is in the kind of by this cold line, and you have to go, like, literally 900 miles to get to Thunderscrum from Stone Garden right now.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't feel cold.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't know,
Just
you might get some moisture in your gears and they lock up.
I mean, yeah, maybe. Unless I was dry sealed.
So we're gonna sous vide the robot.
Sous vide.
Sous vide?
Actually, the opposite of sous vide. That's like when you put food in a plastic bag and boil it.
It's a French
Yeah.
thing. It's a French thing.
It's
Yeah,
supposed
that
to be good for
surprised me.
steaks. It's supposed to be good for steaks, where like you get them to the perfect temperature, then you do a sear, but it's still boiling it.
My cooking knowledge is college living and American
So-
Italian food.
So ramen.
With pasta sauce.
And sandwiches and PB&Js.
Have you ever had like a toasted PB&J? That is like prime.
I had an Italian roommate in college who won every single game of Never Have I Ever by saying I've never eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And he
Oh,
would
that's not even fair.
he would refuse
Yeah,
to eat one.
that ends the game.
Yeah.
Anti-American.
Anyway, sorry.
Yes, the most common American food, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, so I forgot where the fuck we were talking about.
We were talking about the old road, and
Oh,
how I don't
yeah,
know that it's there.
I don't know. It's up to you. Have you gone that way or not? Maybe you traveled with a group of adventurers and you're like, these people are gonna die. I'm gonna protect them. And that's how you got to Nightwish.
Maybe.
Roll a d4.
Yeah, there you go. Evens you did, odds you didn't, unless you have a preference.
I did.
Okay, yeah, you went the old way. One of the very few people to go there and survive, because this is just like, you know, it's just kind of a wasteland.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. Let me see.
Maybe that's why you don't know who or where you came from.
Well, also being in a collapsed building for however long.
Underground, found in a coal mine.
Yeah. That's not exactly healthy living.
I was a slave.
All I'm saying is lungs don't have to be pink. Sometimes soot is good for them.
If you have lungs.
Henry
Yeah.
says, I assure you, soot is not good for the lungs. As somebody suffering from a terminal lung disease and lives in a mining town, I can fucking assure you dust isn't good.
Is that why your wife is so young? Because everyone there is a miner?
She is so young because when I was 5, my dad's best friend had a daughter, and they would pass the baby into my arms, and they were like, hey, this is gonna be your wife. And
A
then,
miner.
and then my dad went crazy, and so my granddad became king again after he was
doesn't-
deposed by my
Doesn't
dad.
get it, pal.
And then,
Like MINER.
and then my fucking grandfather was evil again.
I'm gonna pat him on the head and
And
say,
so there was a
like, on my tiptoes,
revolution, and
my
so my
miner.
first order as king was to execute my own goddamn grandfather, and then I got married to a 12-year-old because you
I'm
have to be
gonna-
married because one of my
Yes.
great grandmothers was like, I'm not gonna get married, the bloodline dies with me, and so they made it a law that you have to be married before you.
I'm gonna get out a piece of paper and just write minor and minor.
Shut up!
It's funny.
I get it, pale.
It's funny.
That wasn't your. It wasn't your grandmother just now, was it?
The
The
elven lady?
elderly elf? Yeah.
No, I'm part giant, part orc, part human, and giant and orc giants don't get together very well. So my family's
You sure?
famous for birth defects.
Aw, you look cute. You got a nice little pun in.
My mother had 9 miscarriages. That's
sure
why she's
she-
crazy.
You sure you're not part elf? Because that sounded just like her, and she knew exactly who you were.
Listen, the voice of God flows through me. And it happens to sound similar.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
I'm very
Bastion,
good at
you had a query?
impressions. What was the last thing you
Query.
said, Darian? Oh, what?
I said Bastion had a query.
No.
Yeah. Query. What animal is associated with Merkul?
Skeletons.
Don't most gods have an animal that represents them, don't they?
I mean, his symbol is a skull inside of a triangle. And the Raven Queen's got fucking ravens. Pan's got satyrs. Symbol of Ilmater's 2 hands tied together. Oh, right, Pale's off being emo. Right, you're right. I mean, you can come back whenever you want, but...
No, Pale's having some quiet time with his god.
Okay.
Is that what they call it? What is it
Yeah,
called?
it is. That's what kids call it these days. Talking
No,
to
what's,
it later.
what's it called when they have the like the cat of 9 tails? It's like it's not
A
penance.
Tuesday night.
Oh, penitence.
No,
Penitence,
it's
yeah.
It's oh my god.
There's a specific word.
Flagellation.
There we go. Flagellation.
I got
Thank
you.
you. There's that 20 not coming in handy.
Oh, tear. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, stop
Sorry,
that.
dude.
No.
I don't like how mean that was.
What are you hitting yourself with? Do I want to know?
That was too meaty for my tastes.
Ugh. What do you got
Speaking
laying
of things in
beside you?
jars,
What?
Sadly, that's just my hand.
Oh. It's like you got a belt sitting next to you? Jesus.
That's just in case Pale loses another sanity point.
Okay. Yeah, Henry just kind of leans back and he's like, Amberly's got like a mermaid, sometimes a kraken, but that's like a monster, not, I mean, sometimes krakens are worshipped as gods to like tribal folk. Well, Wolf has spiders. What were you saying, Bastion?
I was about to start and then I stopped.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I stopped.
You froze up.
I walk back over, and I'm just gonna ask Henry a quick question before I go back. To what's your best friend? You said would you say Sergeant Greybark is your best friend?
Between him and Wade, yeah. And Wade gives him
He's,
like a thanks, GG.
He's an Anuru, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
I want to make sure that I'm being respectful, and I kind of shoot a glance over at Caroline and Bastion, and then walk away again.
That was weird.
I'm gonna go off and pray.
Yes, it was weird.
Who's I've not met the sergeant that he talked about, right?
No,
Sergeant
yeah.
Greybark.
He's my friend. He was in a circus, actually. And, like, they thought he was just a dog. And then he escaped and went to an Ilmater temple and learned how to be like a service dog, like a therapy dog. And then through the Ilmatari, he heard about how, like, we have people who ride wyverns for sport. Like, wyvern racing's like a thing. And, they put collars of tongues on a couple of the wyverns so they can talk. Like, they say, like, random shit, like hungry, food. Because they speak Draconic, right? And then Sergeant Greybark was like, yo, I want to talk. And so he came to Thunderscrum. And, eventually communicated through some people, and we got him a collar of tongues, and now he can talk. Because he's like just a really dog-like Anura. They're like Tabaxi, but dogs. And
after he left the circus, he changed his name to Dick Grayson.
no. And He's actually got kind of a quest that I've promised him we're gonna go do. Is he wants to find the circus who killed his family. Are they still inside? I mean, his family's probably dead. They only lived to be like 30. But he wants.
The circus actually gave them chocolate.
Shut up. It's because his family could communicate too. But, yeah, because they were Anuras too. They really just dog like Anuras. So he wants to find them. And he got in touch with me because he went to the practical medicine college we have in Thunderscrim because we're not into magical healing. And, he became, my kind of, I don't know, emergency nurse, doctor, and now we're friends. Kind of the same story with Wade. Wade's like, I used to be a sailor. I'm actually from La Huya, which is a continent to the east of where you guys are, in Macadia. I just was doing spy shit. Met Lord Yeagerin, offered me a job, went through the ranks, met Henry. He hits Henry's army and it's like, we got along, so. And Henry was like, you're the only person to talk to me like I was normal, so I appreciated that. And they kind of nod, having a bro moment. But we kept Sergeant Greybark in Thunderscrum because he's not really good at fighting, because he's got he can bite people and that's about it.
Agreement. I can imagine a dog is not very good at fighting.
He's not a dog, he's an Anuru.
Correction. In a new room.
Thanks. What are you doing, Pale?
I am reaching out to... I'm going to start by trying to reach out to Tyr. Mm-hmm. Not like full on, trying to like kind of putting out feelers. And then to Isthus. And then what's Bound God?
Ilmater.
And then Pelor.
Mm-hmm.
Pelor's last.
Uh-huh.
And I'm fighting, reaching out to Merkul. Mm-hmm. Just reaching out to them, kind of putting out feelers, just asking if the dog one exists yet.
Make me a religion check.
14.
Make me another one.
Ruh-roh. 13.
You get...
A celestial spanking.
No.
How'd you get this number?
As you're walking, you feel a crunch under your boot. And it's like a raccoon skull.
I lean down, pick it up, kind of look at it. Just a normal skull.
Doesn't smell very good.
Right. Get a burning hands it. See if anything happens.
It starts to crumble as it burns.
Is there anything else around, or just the skull away from the body?
Yeah, just the skull. Something ate it. It was kind of sitting in a puddle. Because you're in a swampy region. I mean, all the trees... It's been dark for 1,000 years, there's no trees or anything, but... Kind of just endless, black rolling hills.
I'm going to get out my Ikawa. I'm just going to sit down there, because, something wants me there. I'm going to close my eyes and kind of just open myself up and kind of try and meditate a little bit, because apparently this is a place that's good. Or very, very bad.
Make a religion check.
Come on, Daddy needs a new pair of gods. It's 15.
Gotta hit those high rolls eventually.
You think so?
I'm trying to think of the right way to send this to you.
Oh, Lord.
Exactly.
I walked into that. I danced into that. I waltzed in at a 3/4 beat.
As you meditate, it's not from a god. There isn't really any message to you. But I think in your heart you already know, and you can't stop thinking about Steven. There's no confirmation. No one told you this, but that's what's on your mind. Because you might have already known.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I was going to stay there for a bit longer. I'm going to stay there until the puddle that I was next to is dry from my ambient heat. That's my time to go. Back to the camp.
It takes like an hour and a half. Wasn't a big puddle.
Good soup. Yeah, then I was going to go head back to the crew and just not really talk and just kind of... Alright, I'll take first watch.
Yeah, it's you and the gnome Istis person, Caxler. Just kind of sitting on opposite sides of the ruin you're sheltering in. Does anyone else say anything cool?
Carolina disagrees about the time travel.
You're free to?
Ian would also.
Okay.
Carolina disagrees because of her echo.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. You're welcome to fight gods. Whatever. Okay.
Woke up wanting to fight God today. With strap, buddy.
Where's the god at? Pail's ready.
Let's fucking rumble, buddy. Been giving me shit all fucking day.
You looking for a Tilly? You looking for a Donnybrook?
I got my fucking stabbing license right here.
Do y'all want to keep going? Because Charlotte's usually the one who has to leave.
I'm good for whatever.
I'm good.
I think again I'll say kind of like when Matt wasn't here that if this is mostly going to be story, I don't want to continue too far.
There's a little bit we can do, and then we'll get into spicy stuff later.
Yeah, I mean I'm just saying that's my 2 cents. That's my 2 cents.
No, it's okay.
To be fair, it's all recorded.
That's true.
Okay. So, in the morning, nothing attacks you. You know. The Istis people head north, you guys head south. And about noon that day, it's not even gradual. Like, it's literally a line. You're walking in the darkness, and then there's fucking sun is out. Baby, it's bright outside. Your eyes hurt like a bitch.
Hello.
You've been in the dark for like 3 weeks.
Thank you, Vivian.
And you
Clamora.
blink, and Henry's like, pulls his hood over his eyes like, fuck, this sucks. Oh god. Wade does too, Wade's a human. So, it takes you guys probably like 30 minutes to stop squinting, and even then it's like, oh god, I wish I had sunglasses. And yeah.
There's actually a place that's like that. In San Francisco County, there's this city called Daly City. It's always foggy there. And I lived in San Bruno, which was the next exit from Daly City. And there's literally there's literally a fog line. So as soon as you cross over into San Bruno, you look up, there is a line of fog, and then all of a sudden it is just sunny.
And that's, you guys might even turn around, and you can see like maybe a foot into the zone of eternal darkness before the kind of like, I don't know, static of darkness blots out everything again. If you're curious, you may or may not remember that the zone of darkness is caused by Loth's blade being stuck on top of Mount... let me look at the map so I know what it's called. It's literally just the Elvish word for hill.
Wafakua.
No, it
Yeah.
starts with a P.
Cool.
We don't have an hour, bro.
Whatever. Yeah, so you continue on, and around sunset, you arrive at another familiar place. You get to Horsetail, and you can easily see that it's abandoned. There are bushes growing in the city square. Like, it looks like no one's been here in, like, a couple of months or more.
Is this a town made of wood?
This is the town where you saved Tamara from being shot.
Huh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Literally episode 1. So.
Yeah. TBT. That's creepy.
Yeah, there's the graveyard, which is on the north side of town. Looks more full than last time you were here.
Oh, they all died.
You ride through the square, and the old statue of a previous champion of Chinisea, who's from Horsetail, has been broken and kind of lays in pieces. You can see bullet holes in walls. Several buildings downtown, well, the one strip that is town, have caught on fire. But you can see there is a, wooden board nailed to the front door of the, what they called City Hall, which was also the church, the place where people partied during harvest time, which was, it's the biggest building in town, so they use it for everything. You can see the windows are broken out, but there's a board nailed to the door.
So, any writing on it?
Yeah.
Can I go and read that?
Yeah. It says, Mayor Tamara and others, list of names, went to Kildgrath to assist in their coup. In her absence, plantation and ranch owners went to war on who would take her place and overthrow her. Many fell, list of names. The winners went to storm City Hall, and Tamara's supporters fought them off. Some fell, list of names. In the town, the weakness, bugbears attacked, some fell, names. Survivors, names, went east to Rivermouth, plan to resettle when Tamara comes back.
Oh, well, that's not good.
What's not good?
Well, someone that we saved like a year or so ago went to go help people, and then the town fought itself, and then they got overrun by bugbears, and then very few people survived, so they left.
And on that note, wind whistles through the, planes and the buildings.
I feel like we should get inside somewhere.
Henry's like, that explains why we didn't get a response when we wrote a letter ahead of time saying we were coming.
Could I make a perception check to see if I see anything, out of the ordinary other than a ghost town?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I do an investigation to see if there's anything crazy going on in these buildings?
13 for me.
Okay.
14.
Okay. You guys don't see any, monsters lurking. Bugbears have their own camps. They wouldn't settle in a town they just raided. There's probably, a few creepy crawlies. Abnormally large scorpions. Because this is Favorite. But, there never can't be just nothing. It's like that... I'm about to make a Fallout 4 reference. It's, when you go back to Sanctuary and there's, botflies in the old houses, it's like that. It's nothing you can, it takes you just kick them and it's that's it. Hey, it's your DM, Bailey Ford. I would like to thank our regular players, Charlotte, Matt, Darian, and Ian, Hip for our cover art, and Tabletop Audio for our background music. You can find us on Twitter at @Illithids, and thank you especially for listening.
I want to talk about that triple negative you just made, by the way.
What did I say?
Never can't be nothing.
Listen here, Sonny. Don't you worry about nothing to it.
That really eased my call.
Aren't you in Texas too?
Yeah, I say y'all of all the time. I'm not one to be correcting. I would
You're a bunch of yinzers.
All right, now look here, son. I don't take much appreciation to that tone you're taking with me.
Listen,
all right?
sugar,
Yeah,
I was a creative writing major,
Darlene, please.
but
he's being downright disrespectful.
no, I was.
I don't like all them fancy words.
I
God,
was
I
a
have such a
creative
full
writing
appellation.
major, but I didn't graduate. So take that as you will.
I'm just trying
I'll
to avoid
have
that
you know, I
Appalachian accent
spent 2 semesters as a chemistry major before I swapped to psychology. I'm a man of the people. And
mean,
it's
just-
easier.
And
Just so
it's
you guys
easier.
are aware, I joined the Marine Corps in 8 grams.
Meanwhile, I am an attorney and esquire, and I just can't read. I'm esteemed.
Oliver,
Yeah,
you
that
read.
makes sense. Have you seen those contracts?
No. No, back in the day, I was hooked on phonics. Now I'm just clean. Anyway.
Okay.
Gotta get me some of those fucking phonics, man.
Oh,
Oh,
sometimes why? Oh, it's crazy.
oh. I got myself
Yeah,
a
it was,
nosebleed.
It's the anime nose.
The folly in this, like the folly.
Folly.
Yeah, in this episode is
The hubris.
No, not Foley like he's talking like Foley like old
Oh,
radio
Foley.
shows would.
like the sounds we have: the wet, meaty slaps, the snorting.
Oh, I've never heard that word before.
Yeah, it's
Foley.
like sound
Put that in
effects.
the dictionary of words that I'm probably gonna forget. But they're cool that I know them.
Hey, you taught me how to say poggers today. So.
That's not something I'm proud of, and I'm upset that you've outed me as the person who told me that.
You've been Smeckledorfed.
You've been whiz-banged, my broski.
Oh God.
That gamer slang. Fuck yeah, dude.
We're really pogging out here, out in these Hollywood hills, you know? We're talking
Oh my God,
Zoomer
is
slang.
Is that Dream from Minecraft?
Whoa! Dude, I love
Among
Team
Us.
S&P. Among Us. That's pretty sussy.
Oh God, physical pain.
Number
guys.
5, we have a new thing. I'm trying to be chills.
Number
I can't-
15, Burger
Yeah.
King foot lettuce. The last thing you want in your Burger King burger is somebody's foot, but that's exactly what you got.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, where we count down to the top 10 cringiest members of Cowboys and Illithids.
Welcome to Walmart. Get your shit and get out.
Hi, welcome to Watch Mojo.
That's
we
a
count
very
down
accurate
top
statement.
15 least pog moments on Twitch.tv. God, I was just recently in high school. Actually, no, I was not. That was 3 years ago.
Oh my
How-
God,
how old are
you're
you?
a baby.
I'm 21, dude.
Oh my God, you're a baby.
Yeah.
You're
Hey,
like
fuck off.
12.
Fuck, swap those numbers around. I can
can't read
drink,
them
I can
anyway.
vote, I can buy cigarettes.
You can
Can't rent
star
a
in
car.
porn.
I don't know what taxes are still, and that's okay.
Listen,
And
And your
I'm
car
out here-
insurance is still high.
I'm just out here
Yeah.
ready to. I'm part of a very esteemed club. Kurt Cobain, Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix,
27?
Jim Morrison. Yeah,
How old are you,
best club
Darian?
ever.
40.
Nice.
And Charlotte, I think, is 14.
She's 20.
Let me correct that. I'm 21 with 19 years experience.
There you go. There you go. There
There
you
you go.
Yeah.
go. Charlotte's turning 26, I believe. Tomorrow's her birthday. No, it's
Really?
not. It's a different day. My bad.
I was-
We're going
I
to
was about
see her.
say,
We're going to
That's
see her
gonna be-
for her birthday tomorrow. It's not actually her birthday tomorrow.
Bailey, if today was her birthday and that's why she didn't play and she didn't mention it because you forgot, I would legitimately cry laughing.
No.
I need to
Okay.
be like,
Secret knowledge. Secret knowledge. I bought her a
That's
set
going
of
to be
dice.
recorded.
I bought her a set of dice with chickens in them.
not the demon
Yeah, that's
chicken
fine.
again. Not the Ian, if you are not aware,
I'm not, no.
she
I'll,
has
I'll
a
be
chicken.
honest. Go ahead.
There's a chicken that whenever she pulls a pin out, it attacks the nearest person it's directed at. It has not been used for anyone but me.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Matt. If you ask, are you familiar? The answer is most likely no. I don't know most of the people here.
Demon
Like,
chicken.
Y'all keep dropping names, and I'm like, it's yeah, I think that's the guy. I don't know, man.
Steven
I'm a man
is,
out of time.
Steven is no brain, big buff.
Himbo
baby perfect
supremacy!
Yeah, we're talking about him. God,
Himbo paladins, Ian! You should have seen it
You
from
have
a
a
mile
problem.
away!
You have an
that's
addiction.
what she's playing in the one shot I'm running.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
His name
Lance
is Lance.
Bladewalker.
He has immediately found 2 fucking chaos gremlins to latch onto.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The fact that Steven latched onto Pale back in Pale's more pure days.
To be fair, Steven had no friends, and you guys were offering.
He had Clamora. Not Clamora, what was her name?
Oh,
What STD is that?
fucking... Oh,
The
God.
Pelor bitch.
Yeah, I know. Fuck, what's her name? Shit!
Bimbledy Boop.
No.
You named a character shit?
Well, it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be
Yeah,
a
capital S exclamation point.
Well, it was supposed to be an interrobang shit, but then we thought that's too confusing, so it was just the exclamation point.
Oh, yeah, I respect that.
I have to go find the receipts, because it's gonna fucking bother me.
I have the notes, so I will look it up in a little bit for you.
We have the chat logs.
We have the power.
Alright.
The power.
Grayskull?
I'm going to
Yeah.
book stuff,
I have
my writing.
the power.
Lonely D&D. Lonely D&D 2. Lonely D&D 2 Chapter 1.
That's what he says, right? Okay, yeah. I was like,
Mora Craft! Yeet!
Yeah, well, she's dead
Mora
anyway.
Craft.
Yep.
Yeah, she's
No
pretty
relation
much
to
in
Laura.
this world.
Yeah, any relation to Laura Croft?
No.
You swapped the vowels?
I have never witnessed... I know who Laura Croft is. I have never witnessed any media portraying her. All I know is she has triangle boobs.
No, not anymore. They actually made her a cool character. She gets a rebar pipe shoved through her kidney and then just walks that shit off like a
Bruh.
goddamn champion.
Yeah.
And then she becomes Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, and then they made an Angelina Jolie movie, and then they made a second modern game, and that one is okay. And then they did a third one, and no, failed. No, I don't like this is a place safe from Zoomer humor.
Are you Gen Z, then, Ian?
I think I was born in the year 2000, so I think I'm right on that cusp where I don't get to fit in with anyone.
I'm told I'm Gen Z, because I'm 97.
Yeah, you're Gen Z. Everyone after 95 is Gen Z.
Yeah, woo! We're up with like the 6-year-olds Fortnite dancing.
You kids go off there and do your little talk ticks and your little Tide Pods. Get off my lawn.
Goddamn kids snorting goddamn condoms on my goddamn lawn.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was so. Then again,
They keep eating these damn Tide Pods.
My people did the cinnamon challenge, and like, oh,
When
good, a few
I-
people died from cinnamon.
When I was
Talking
in
about all this
when I was in AIT,
weird shit.
when I was in AIT, we were not allowed to have Tide Pods. We had to buy laundry soap to like do laundry in the dorms or whatever. We were not allowed to have Tide Pods.
There's
Hey, they banned at Fort Hood. They banned Pokemon Go.
Nice.
They also banned that in the CIA headquarters because people kept walking around and people were able to track their movements.
fucking. How are you
CIA.
gonna be like? Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll break into a government. Like,
No, it's the people who work there.
oh, okay. I mean,
The two who
that's-
worked there were playing Pokemon Go, and they were able to be tracked by Pokemon Go because they kept the tracker on so they
Oh
could
shit!
get
Yeah,
the
what
steps
the
in.
fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, that just seems like an oversight on their part. Like,
Oh, it is, but they
Come
run our
on.
national security.
yeah,
But it's a Pikachu.
but, Mr. President, I cut this Charizard.
It's pretty
Look at it, it's
poggers.
shiny. Damn, that's a pretty cool Charizard, son.
Now get out of
We're
my
gonna send you
office.
the Gitmo.
No, get the
You ever been to
fired. Get the
Cuba?
fuck out.
Yeah, there's this cool place. It starts with
It's
a
on a
G. Guantanamo
Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
Guam. No, not Guam.
Guam, Guatemala.
Oh, you. Oh, Smithers.
Yes, sir.
We got derailed without our bard.
I know.
That is impressive.
Yeah, that's the power, of not having.
Oh, Grayskull.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing is we didn't have a bard to throw us off our rhythm, so now we got to do it ourselves.
Yeah, nobody was on
We've had the whole
that
session.
up tempo.
Yeah, we ourselves are bringing the tempo back up.
Oh my God.
Is Leo's bag of
What?
Is Leo's bag of tricks here?
No, it's with Leo.
It is in spirit.
So is Gray with Leo.
Give me a long rest. I think I can get conjure animals.
Oh God. No, Gray is off somewhere happy.
Gray's with Leo in the ether.
Can't Gray just be off Feywild being happy for a bit?
Anything worn or
Gray-
carried is taken with you. So Leo's horse
Gray
is
is with
here.
me.
Leo's horse is here.
Is your Echo still on the horse?
Yes.
The horse is asleep, and it's just like the Echo's laying on its side on the horse.
Does your echo weigh anything?
It's like planking.
No.
He has rarely had
I-
the Echo walking on people.
I think the concept of your echo is really cool, especially because Bastion has no fucking clue what it is.
Neither does
Like
Mel.
I know based off of game turns. Like that's where I base most of my decision making off of is the fact that I've memorized most of the rules out of necessity of introducing. I had a friend of mine, Rendon Bailey, for
Yeah.
just because you know him. He was like, "How do you make more D&D friends?" I was like, "Well, I can't really tell you. I made most of mine. They didn't play D&D," and then I said, "Hey guys, you guys have heard about that cool thing they talk about on Big Bang Theory?"
I've
and they all
got
go,
this
"No, we don't watch
Poggers
that
gate."
show."
I'm sorry, I can't.
And I said, "Yeah, I know. That's why you're my friends." And then I introduced them to D&D.
Fun
And
fact.
now,
Oh, good.
no, I was just gonna say, and now all of my friends play D&D. I'm in 2 of their campaigns. I'm a very proud DDM.
I only got into it because my ex talked about it a lot. And then one of my friends in law school, took me to law school, was like, "Hey, Matt, my group plays D&D. You want to get in on it?" It's like, "Sure." And that was the birth of a character named Leaf Mayim, which is
Nice.
Leaf Water. His name was T. And I proceeded to use that name for every character. The first one was like a super edgy rogue. I fell into every stereotype. And then by Leaf 5, he was an Edge of the Empire, which is Star Wars. He was a human who did so many space drugs that he thought that he was an elf.
Hell yeah.
He saw the Wookiee as a werewolf, so he constantly threw silver at him, things like that. And that was when I was told by all of my friends, "You're never allowed to name another character Leaf Mayim. Think of a more serious character, please."
I have had a few characters that I've particularly been favorable for. My very first one, however, his name was Gabriel, the most cookie cutter human paladin you could imagine. He was like a 40-year-old like war veteran who, like, basically, I think he was what's the oath? It's like oath of, not conquest. What's
Glory?
it's in PHB. You've got the goody two shoes, the druid, and then you have the third one. It's like vengeance, I think.
Oath of Redemption, Glory.
Ancients.
Yeah, Ancient's the druid one. Redemption's the goody two shoes one. Fuck, what is
I
it?
think Paladin's the only class I've never played.
Paladins are fun. They're the cast. They're the utility of clerics, like the minor utility, with the melee power of being able to do like 8d6 damage on one hit.
And probably a little more stuck up.
Yeah, usually they're very fun. One of my all-time favorite, though, his name was Malros Emilios. He was a tiefling wizard playing my absolute favorite subclass, Lore Mastery, which was never officially released. It was the proto version of the Order of Scribes. But basically, the whole thing is the wizard subclass, instead of focusing on casting spells, you focused on learning how the fuck people cast spells. So instead of like, oh, if I draw this rune, this happens, it's, oh, but if I were to draw this rune and then smudge one of those lines, what happens? And so translating to game terms, what that meant is that you can change the damage type of any spell, and you can change the save.
Jeez.
And so I basically, using my knowledge of everything, it'd be like, oh, we're fighting wolves, and I have a dex save spell. It's a charisma save now, buddy. Woo!
That feels
Have
like it
fun
can be
with
so
that.
easily broken.
It was, but the nerf I gave myself, because I talked with my DM, and my DM had played with me before, and I was like, I understand, I'm asking a lot. However, I think it'll be cool. Is that basically whenever I casted a spell, I had to flavor what was changing about it that made it do that. So if it was like a psychic damage fireball, or like a charisma save fireball, I would have to explain why exactly it would be that. So like, okay, so say it's still fire damage with a strength save. It's a ball of molten rock now instead of just a fireball.
You got hit by
Oh, so
one
it's like-
meteor.
So
Yeah,
there's
you got
reason
hit-
behind everything, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I have to explain everything. So I can't just be like, this is a psychic damage fireball because wolves are weak to psychic damage. Like, no, man, that's. I understand I'm a min-maxer, but I'm at least not going to kill the fun out of it.
I get that, yeah.
I'll try not to.
The most fun I've ever had with a character besides with this one was Folium Aqueous, who was a warlock of Santa Claus who started off as like a quirky, funny, silly character and was the sole survivor of 2 almost complete, like except for him, TPKs where 6 other characters died around him. And in the first one, because he was a warlock, he didn't have any healing spells, and he watched 2 of the friends slowly die. And it was that was a 4-hour session, that TPK, the first almost TPK. And then my characters got darker and darker, that by the second TPK, except for him, he ended up walking away covered in like his friend's armor. It was, and the DM, super cheery guy, voice actor, who's like, yes, and this happened, that happened. I was like, are you okay?
Yeah, man, you just watch your friend's arm get blown off and it lands in your hands, and you watch as the still moving muscles, have their last spasms,
Well, the first one, we fought a house mimic.
Oh, God.
And the second one was a group of werewolves attacking us in a prison.
Jesus.
It was visceral. The second one was worse, because I'm like, oh no. Because the worst part is at the end, the like president of the town, like the city or whatever, was the leader of the werewolves. And in the fray, the only witness was killed, so it ended with my character having to flee because it looked like he just killed the city guard and his friends by himself.
Yeah, that's not usually defendable.
That was pretty much when that character was like, we're just gonna hang him up for now.
Malroth,
He's been through too much.
That's Pale's dad, right?
Yeah, that's Pale's dad. Pale's dad has that character has seen some shit.
Malroth died because I couldn't make it to one session, and the party decided that sailing a boat at night on a river that we'd been attacked before multiple times on, with no one watching, down a very obvious rapids area was the best idea. So the party got murdered by Yanti. And so when I came into work the next day, talking to the DM, I said, so how'd the session go? And he went, oh, everyone's dead. Campaign's over.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was pretty upset about that.
I wonder why.
I was the only person who... There was one part in the campaign where we're traveling through some fucking, like, really big tunnel underground, and I'm like, this isn't a good idea. And everyone's like, well, I jumped down the hole. And I'm like, well, I can't just not go there now. And so we follow it, and then eventually it's like, okay, cool, you guys are getting murdered by things on both sides. And I'm like, all right, well, how are we going to get out of here? And I go, okay, cool, everyone hold my hand. And then I don't remember what spell I specifically cast, but I basically managed to get us exactly above ground to, like, save everyone. And I was like, this sucks so much.
Yeah, I think the only character I've had die was the first Leaf, who turned on the party, killed a party member. DM and I had been planning that for like 4 months. I go to side of the big bad evil guy. I double cross him, and my character dies while the other 3 escaped.
Yeah,
And
man.
It was so much fun because I got to use goblin skull. I got to throw it at like the big bad necromancer. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you.
Fuck you, bitch.
And I'm pretty sure he exploded. Like my character got like fully just exploded.
Fall.
Just like, well, I don't remember if it was like power word kill or something. It was just like, yeah, so you're dead.
Like disintegrate.
What about the death saves? It might have been. It's like I was like, what about death saves? No. No.
Bastion is probably the most intensive character. I'll be honest, he's kind of tiring to play. I gotta think about what I'm gonna say before I say it. I can't just say things.
Yeah, that's the thing in Edge of the Empire, and a lot of people hate playing droids because you're supposed to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of tiring.
I appreciate your effort.
I'll just like throw a hammer at him.
We might be talking soon, Bailey. Bastion might be protecting King Henry.
By the way, Ian, in that show you sent me when the council is like, an area 69, and the whole council goes, nice. I laughed so fucking hard. Dude, you have no idea. Anyway.
The whole 05 council, dude.
It's nice.
It's a mimetic hazard.
Yeah.
Wait, SCP, it's an SCP thing.
Oh, have I not sent you Containment?
Oh,
yeah,
God.
it's a YouTube show called
Have I got a
Containment.
show for you then? I will send it to you after this.
Yeah, it's gold. It's
I
beautiful.
love
It's
SCP
fantastic.
stuff.
Yeah, no, it's don't you know, dude, in order to be inducted into the 05 council, you had to have seen the mimetic agent that makes you say nice every time someone mentions the numbers 6 and 9 in the same breath.